sharp right onto West FM 455. First right onto US 75. In a quarter mile, keep left onto US 75.
Good morning, 9 a.m. We just left from the Flying J 477 at Anna, Texas, exit 48A. I believe it was 48A. We got there yesterday just about 9 a.m. So we spent 24 hours there, not by choice. We just did not get a load yesterday, so we got one this morning. We are heading down to Crosby, Texas. We're going to pick up a Volvo A25V, I believe it is, haul truck. Basically a construction dump truck, not a highway dump truck, an off-highway dump truck. And we're taking that to Beaufort, Texas. I want to say Texas for some reason. Beaufort T. Justice is why. I'm taking that to Beaufort, Georgia. So we got basically 290 miles down to Crosby, which is a little bit on the north side of Houston. We're gonna head all the way down. We're gonna get onto I-45. We're gonna take that down through Dallas, from Dallas Fort Worth. Take that all the way down to Houston. We're gonna get off. Before we get to Houston, we're gonna get off on, I forget what the road number is. We're going to head through the town of Humble, Texas, and that'll take us over to Crosby. Then, depending upon what the permits say, more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down onto I-10, take that across Louisiana, through Mississippi, into Alabama, and there, right around Mobile, we're going to get on to I-65. We'll take that north up to Montgomery, where we'll switch over to the I-85. That'll take us all the way up to Atlanta. And then we'll work our way around more likely the west side of Atlanta on the 285, and then worm our way on up to Buford. That's the easy way. But Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, each one in order will determine the route that I have to take. So this, haul truck, this little, off-road, construction site dump truck, we're going to be around 30-something feet long. It's basically 10 foot wide. And we're looking at about 12 foot tall, so we're going to be around 14 feet, something. Because the last load I had, which I brought down here to Howe, Texas, just a little bit north of here, that was 14 foot, 4 inches. But, and that, that's on top of the trailer, all the way at height, so we might be around that kind of height. Maybe a little bit taller, so that will affect the direction we were going to be going. So like I said, it's 9 a.m. now. We're looking at about about 1:30. I'll get down here to Crosby. It is up in a residential area. So we got to be, really on our P's and Q's, because school's out for the most part, most everywhere I would think. So there might be children in the area. I have to be very, very cognizant of that. We don't want to be causing any issues. We want to go in, grab our truck, get it loaded, get our permits, at least our Texas permit, as fast as possible, and get the heck out of there. My information is saying that the vehicle weighs about 50,000 pounds. So we're going to be over, if that's true, we're going to be over about 90,000 pounds, in weight. So we're going to be a bit on the heavy side. But we're not going to be going through any major hills. I mean, if we go on I-10, we have a couple of bridges to deal with, but depending on, the Atchafalaya, bridge through the Atchafalaya, that kind of stuff. More than likely, we're going to be detoured around that. We'll see. So I won't exactly know when I'm going to get there. I mean, it's about 800 and something miles, 830 miles. Yeah, 830 miles, on the major interstates to Buford. That might be a little bit longer if we have to take some different roads, less bridges, not only just for the weight, but also for the overhead clearance. So we may be getting a few detours on this trip. I will not know until I get it on the trailer, get it elevated back up to drive height, what my actual route can be. But anyway, from that point on, it's still going to be a matter of what they let me do. It's a little dark out here today. Yesterday we had thunderstorms that blew through at least twice. There was one, I don't know, around 5 o'clock this morning, something like that, 4 o'clock. Actually woke me up with the rain pounding on the side of the truck. But hopefully down here in Crosby, hopefully, we have some sunshine, clear skies. I'm sure it's going to be humid as all get out. But either way, we're going to get sweaty. We're going to get dirty. I'm going to assume there's a lot of stuck on dirt on this truck, on this haul dump truck. We'll find out. There's nothing we can do until we actually get there. So this would be, like many things with moving over to pulling an RGN trailer, removable gooseneck. Now the trailer lays on we put the trailer on the ground, break the neck off, we drive right on, from the ground straight on, then we hook it back up and lift it back up in the air. There's a lot of things that I've never taken before that I'm learning about. Bigger tractors. I took a sprayer. I took a larger swather. I'm taking some smaller swathers, windrowers, whatever you want to call them. I'm taking larger swathers now, using my outrigger boards. So like I said, I've hauled trucks before, pickup trucks, water trucks, a semi, it ain't, a tractor like I'm driving right now, a tractor trailer, a semi. Now, I've hauled those types of conventional road trucks. This would be the first, technically, I have taken a dump truck. I took a small tracked truck dump truck that had a rotating bed. It's a smaller unit, but I've taken one of those. So, but this is the first wheeled, full size, quote unquote, dump truck that I've taken. So, like I said, we're gonna be doing something we have to learn about and figure out how to do something a little bit different than we've ever done before. And it's not radically different, but it's the first one I'm doing of this type of machinery. So we're going to we're not going to be rushing. We're going to take our time. We're going to first thing we do, we're going to get it onto the deck of the trailer. We're going to get hooked back up and raised up in the air.
3 miles. Keep right onto US 75.
We'll get our airbags reinflated. We're going to get all hooked up. We're going to measure it, get our height, get our width, make sure we're not going to be over length, so we're not going to worry about that too much. But our height, we're going to be at least 10 foot wide. Our height, we're going to be about 14 foot tall, in that range. Our weight is going to be the bigger issue, so we have to basically get a permit just so we can get to a truck stop with a certifiable scale. Then we have to send that information in again to the permit department. Then we'll get issued our final permit for Texas, then Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Well, good morning, Nathan. How you doing? We are on US 75, the Sam Johnson Highway. We are just about at Allen, Texas. Allen's going to be up here on our left just a little bit, in about an exit or two. We are heading south from Anna, Texas, where we spent all day yesterday after our delivery in Howe. We're heading down here to Crosby, Texas, to pick up a Volvo A25V haul truck, if I remember correct, if the information is actually correct. I came through Sherman on not yesterday, day before yesterday. Yesterday morning. I spent the weekend over in Gainesville at the QT, right at 82 and I-35. I spent the rest of the weekend there, did my reset. I went all the way over to FM 1417. I think they call it Heritage Trail, Old Dorchester Road, something like that. I got off and went down that, went around to US 75, took that right down the road, a few miles down to Howe, to the Southwest auction. Dropped off my Case 370 HD Magnum Steiger tractor. And then, like I said, then about 10 miles down, 11 miles down to Anna, spent the weekend. Now, like I said, we're heading off to Crosby, down near, a little bit north of Houston. That's about 290 miles down there from the Flying J. And then we are heading with that, Volvo haul truck. We're taking that out to Buford, Georgia, which is a little bit on the north, little to the west side of Atlanta. And that's going to be another 830 plus miles. So in total, around 1,100 to 1,200 miles for this trip.
In a quarter mile, keep right onto US 75.
I said we're going to get down here onto the I-45 once we get through Dallas here. And then, like I said, I-45, pretty much a good straight shot down. We're going to get off, I forget what road we're going to get off onto, but that's going to take us east through the town of Humble, all the way out to Crosby. Then we got to go into a little bit of a neighborhood. It's back in a bit of a residential area, so hopefully we don't have any issues with low-hanging trees and stuff of that nature. We will see when we get there what we can and cannot do. There you go. Okay, so if you were up in Pennsylvania, you're at least close to Maryland. Whenever you are in, let's say you go to what the hell's the name of that town? I should know it. Wrightsville, that's what it is. If you're ever near Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, or you're in the Baltimore area, a little bit of Delaware, stop by a Royal Farms, especially if you go to if you pass through Hagerstown, go to the Pilot Flying J that's on 70. You have a Royal Farms right next door to the Pilot Flying J. Go in there, grab yourself the best fried chicken in the world. You will be happy, I guarantee it. I'm originally from Baltimore. That's one of 4 things I miss about it. I escaped Baltimore, Maryland, but when I go back through there, I get my fried chicken. Like I said, hopefully I can just run straight on I-10, I-65. There's another Valley truck right there, that black one there. And we just passed which is going northbound. Like I said, but hopefully we can say I-10 all the way over to Mobile, I-65 up to Montgomery, 85 up to Atlanta, 285 around, then a couple of U.S. roads, state roads, right up to Buford. Oh yeah. Like I said, when I was a kid, umpteen, in the last century, when I wasn't in Japan, a year up in Bremerton, Washington, on Puget Sound. As a baby, I was out in Alameda, California. When I wasn't in Japan, I was back there in Baltimore, and back then, like most places, i.e. California, it wasn't a bad place to be. But like I said, knuckleheads have destroyed it. It's not worth being there. I tell people I escaped. I will always be a Baltimorean. I will always be a Marylander. But too many knuckleheads in government and people liking that kind of nonsense. I got out. Thank God. So this is Plano, Texas, right here, especially on the left. But
In 3 miles.
like I said, if
keep
you
right
head
onto
out I-70
75.
out to Hagerstown, you know, stop off there at the Royal Farms. You'll be very happy. When I used to work at True Green Kimlin, taking care of people's lawns, their trees and shrubs, whatnot, I would stop at a Royal Farms in my route every single working day. That was my lunch every single day. I had a physical job of walking and lifting and, you know, doing, you know, physical labor all day long. A 3-piece, 2 drumsticks, a thigh, some potato wedge, some Western fries, potato wedges, whatever you want to call them. Baltimore, we call them Western fries. A potato roll and a Pepsi. That was my lunch every single day, just about 10 to 10:30, every single day. And whenever I am back in the area, I try to stop by Royal Farms whenever I can. And now that there's a brand new Royal Farms in Hagerstown, right next to the Pilot Flying J on the I-70, you know, the one that's on I-70, not the one that's on 81. You know, there's I can go there and get my chicken every time. All right. This high bridge right here is Texas 190. President George Bush Turnpike. I've been on that thing twice, maybe 3 times. It's a toll road. It's a pain in the backside. Not one of my favorite roads in Texas to be on, by any stretch of the imagination. In your own lane there. Like I said, you know, we're gonna get down here about 1:30, 2 o'clock at the latest. We're gonna quickly get it on the trailer, get hooked back up, and get it elevated in the air to full ride height. Then we're going to, like I said, we'll send off for our first initial permit. We'll get our height, our width. We'll get that sent in. Then we'll get to a scale. We'll get officially weighed.
Keep right onto US 75.
We'll get all of our axles weighed. We'll send our scale ticket in. Then we'll get issued our official, you know, actual traveling permit for Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. What route they're going to make me take is going to be up to them. I'm going to send them the route that I want. But we'll see. We will see. 1:30 traffic, so we may actually wind up being there a little bit closer to 2 p.m., 2:30. Velvet Taco. Okay. You stupid, ignorant woman. Right on my bumper. Why? You have plenty of room. I'm leaving plenty of room in front of me. You didn't need to do that. That infuriates me more than almost anything else on the road. You had all the room in the world to wait an extra 2 or 3 seconds so I can at least see your tires on the road. No, just cut right on over. To hell with everybody else. That infuriates me. The road is 70 miles an hour. We're doing 50 or less here, and you still needed to do that. Why? I mean, you're taking crazy pills here.
Left onto US 75.
That, I mean, I could barely even see the midpoint of her hood, of the top of her vehicle. I mean, come on. That was so unnecessary to do. Just so you can get down the road just a tiny bit faster, you're going to risk my life, your life, and endanger everybody else on the highway and screw up their day? Come on. No way, shape, or form was that necessary. You weren't swerving to miss a child running into the street. There was absolutely no reason for that nonsense. Yeah. All the way back down to 11th gear here. See, a truck kind of like that, I mean, that one's a little bit bigger. I don't know if you saw it there in the camera. They have a big old Komatsu, which is going to be a bit bigger than what I'm taking. But whatever. A load's a load, it moves. Sprinkles on the old windshield. Holy mackerel, you know. So like I said, we're gonna get down here, try to get this on as rapidly as possible. I'm gonna give the guy I need to meet up with, I'll give him a call about half an hour out. That way he can meet me over there. He can sign a receipt for it. Now deal with anything he needs to have done to get it loaded. however they want to do that. Like I said, once we get our first permit, just to get to a scale, who knows? Depending on how long it takes for our next batch of permits to come in, and what time I can actually stop, at and find a parking spot. I may not actually be going anywhere. I get to the first place to get scaled and parked, and I may not get them until tomorrow morning, which would really suck because I would like to actually, get at least to Mississippi today, but I doubt that's going to happen. Lordy. All right. Well. Wow, that's a closed Walmart. Yeah. They got some private security there watching a closed Walmart. All right, 6:35. We don't want 6:35 because that, that's basically a loop all the way around. We're going right through the center.
Keep left onto US 75.
Actually, you know what? I think I will do the 6:35. That'll take me away from downtown Dallas, over through Mesquite. Yeah, I think I'll do that because that might be a little bit easier on the traffic. See, up here, the eastbound side is moving a little bit faster. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take I'll do 635 east.
US 75.
It's a few more miles, but I'm going to go a heck of a lot faster, and I'm not going through the center of downtown Dallas. So I think that'll be the better course here. Because 9:30 in the morning, I'm going to lose another hour or so dealing with this nonsense. I'd rather lose only 15 minutes or so going the long way, quote unquote, but actually going at a decent speed.
Bear left onto I-635.
Yeah, that's just a little bit too on the slow and crowded side. Yeah, this is moving a whole lot easier. Yeah, this is going to be a lot easier. Going a little bit longer distance. But if I can go a whole lot faster, this will actually save time. Merge left.
In a quarter mile, enter highway onto I-635.
A little narrow there, but
Enter highway onto I-635.
not too shabby. Let's get out of this turning lane here. So 25 miles around this way. And we'll be on I-45, and bam, nice quick shot, like, I don't know, 190, 200 miles down, about 185, 190 miles down to Houston from there. Then all the rest is going to be cutting across, over to Crosby. So that won't be too bad. Pardon me. So we slipped up a little bit on our diet, with not being able to cook in the truck, and then moving into a new truck, not being able to shop, and all other jazz like that. Diet kind of went to hell. When I was there in Gainesville over the weekend, I walked from the QT where I was parked and I walked up 2 miles or so over to the Walmart here on US 82. I bought basically 5 pounds of chuck roast, 3 pounds of ground beef, 10 chicken thighs, 2 large cans of tuna. I didn't get any vegetables, I didn't get any pasta or anything like that, no bread. So basically, Sunday, I got started back on being on a diet, getting rid of my gut. Get a little more exercise, get back to the way I'm supposed to be. So, Sunday, for dinner, I had 2 chicken thighs. The only thing on them was salt. Put them in my panini grill. Put them in there, nice and crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. Just salt the flavor. Yesterday, I had 3 eggs and half a russet potato. So around 4 ounces of potato, something like that. Fried in butter. So 3 fried eggs, russet potato, butter, and salt. That was my breakfast. I I had nothing for lunch. And for dinner, I had about 13 ounces of steak. You know, put on the grill. Basically with about 3 ounces of butter and a bit of soy sauce. That was my dinner. And I did that fairly early. I did that around 3:30. You know, that was my dinner. I didn't have anything else for the rest of the night. I've not had anything to eat so far today. I mean, I'm drinking a Powerade Zero, which is basically watered down from yesterday. Water, ice, Powerade Zero. Well, ice is water, so, you know, basically 2/3 water, 1/3 ice. Let's see, that's around 30 ounces. So about 10 ounces of Powerade. That's all I'm having so far for my meal for the morning. I was up, you know, around 6:30 this morning. I could have made some breakfast, but I was more interested in cleaning dishes and getting things put away than I was about actually eating. I'm not terribly hungry. I mean, I feel a little empty on the inside, but not much. Not a whole lot. So I still have a pound of ground beef that's not frozen. I'm gonna have a tiny amount, like half a stick of celery, half a carrot, and basically half a whole onion. You know, half an onion, about a racquetball, maybe tennis ball size onion. I'll have that. I'm going to make a small amount of rice. Like I said, about 1 cup of rice. I'm not going to eat it all. I'm going to have half a pound of very fatty, you know, 73/27 ground beef, soy sauce, red pepper flakes, black pepper, garlic, salt, but all the fat. You know, fry the vegetables up in a little bit of butter, put more fat on there. I'll throw that on top of a little bit of rice, a little bit of seaweed, and that's going to be my dinner tonight, I think. Like I said, I'm going to eat a little bit, you know, I'm going to eat more meat, less vegetables, less carbohydrates, a lot more fat, a lot more protein. I-30 West at the 45. There's an accident in the right lane. So I think I'll do that for dinner tonight. Since I already have the ground beef thawed out, I'll make half a pound of ground beef. All the fat that's in the pan will be going on in my dish to be eaten. It's not going to be thrown away. I'm not not going to waste that valuable energy just to, ooh, it's fat, it's going to kill you. No, it's not. Carbohydrates are more dangerous than the fat is. So, like I said, we're gonna limit the amount of rice we're gonna have. We're gonna really limit the amount of vegetables. We're gonna rely on the meat more than anything to satisfy us, to give us the nutrients and the energy that we're gonna need. One, I just want to feel more energetic and healthier overall. Two, I want to lose a good amount of this gut because it's getting uncomfortable. My pants, when I have to unbuckle my pants when I'm going down the road driving, that's not good. I don't need a belly hanging out the bottom of my shirt. And I'm not about to buy t-shirts that are big enough just so I can cover a fat gut. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that, and if I can do that, fairly easy by changing my diet a little bit more than I was before, then we're going to be good. All right, we are just coming up on Mesquite, Texas. We got about 14 miles to go around to the I-45. I don't know why this RV, this travel trailer, is not in the far right lane where he needs to be. Blocking all kinds of traffic. Need to move over there, knucklehead. You gotta go slow. Get in the slow lane. It's not a hard concept to understand. If this van in front of us would do the same thing, this would be a lot better for everybody. You're going to do 60 miles an hour in a 70, get in the slow lane. It's easy. There ain't no reason why you're in lane number 2. We'll get down here. We'll do what we got to do. I wanted this load yesterday, you know, because sitting around for a full 24 hours did me no good. Nobody was benefiting by me sitting around from 9 a.m. yesterday till 9 a.m. this morning. Right? Why are you in the fast lane? Come on, dummy. Really? Doing 55 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. Why don't you just stay behind this this rollback here? Nah, I think I'll get in front of everybody else. Come on, meathead. Get in the slow lane. Alright, well, forcing me to pass you on the right. All the room in the world to get over. That's called bad driving, idiot. You're really stupid. You have a clear lane here to be in to do the speed you want to do. You have a lane further to the right to do that in. 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. We're not in a work zone. If you're not going to do the proper speed, get out of everybody else's way, because that's not only courteous, it's also safer. Easy concept. Really is. No problem with you doing 60 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour. Just don't be in everybody else's way. The further to the left you go in America, the faster the speeds can be achieved. When you're in the slower lanes, that's where everybody's turning right. That's where everybody's getting on the highway, for the most part. So, get over to the right where you're going slower. Not hard. Really isn't. Sagoville. Been a long time since I've been there. All right, we're coming up on I-20. Which, if I was picking up in this area, that'd be the road I would take over towards Atlanta. Right over to Birmingham, to Atlanta, bam, done. We still got about 240 miles to go, another 3 hours and something minutes, so about 1:30, 2 o'clock still. So I should have myself in position. Broken apart. Get this haul truck onto the trailer, reattached, back up in the air, and measured by 3 p.m. at the latest. by 3 p.m. And I have my first permit by 3:30 at the latest. Then I can get somewhere and hopefully be able to park, get my scale ticket, get that sent in first thing in the morning, get the next permits, get my route set, and we can then start heading off to Buford, Georgia. So I'm not going to get to Buford until Thursday. But hopefully I can get there. Have my sister swing by the truck stop. And hopefully I have another load assigned immediately that I can pick up Friday in the morning sometime, hopefully by noon on Friday, then we can get rolling again, you know. Something going out to Idaho or Montana or, you know, Nevada or something, you know. Something out to the west, you know, good. Something I can drop off. Well, maybe not that far, but something I can drop off Monday or Tuesday morning. You know, nice and early, get that done, get that onto the next week's paycheck. You know, the sooner the better.
Take exit 473C on the right, onto I-45 toward Houston.
Alrighty. Here. There's no reason why you couldn't have been over in the proper lane ahead of time. Especially if you're going to go slower than everybody else. A couple cars on the side road there. Don't want to be dealing with that nonsense. Exit 473C.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
All right, I-45 southbound. One too long ago, we were on this road coming out of Galveston.
In a quarter mile, take exit 473C on the right, onto I-45 toward Houston.
Alrighty. pretty much our trip from Anna, Texas at Pilot Flying J 477 down US 75, the 635 around the east side of Dallas to I-45 down to Houston. So I will say thank you for watching. Listen to me ramble on, and we'll go from there. Talk to you later. God bless. Stay safe.